Stevie Wonder, the iconic musician, has long kept his personal life under wraps. But now, after years of speculations, his wife has finally revealed the truth, confirming the rumors surrounding their marriage. Join us as we discover this story that could shatter their public image. Relationship and family. In her book, A Woman Like Me, Betty Levette reflects on a noteworthy event she and fellow musicians from Detroit threw for Stevie Wonder's 16th birthday. They aimed to assist him in navigating a significant life change. At first, Betty was asked to assist Stevie with this unique opportunity. However, she recommended her friend Marie Early, confident that Marie could enhance the experience. Regrettably, Stevie's enthusiasm transformed into sadness when Marie failed to attend the party. However, Stevie's distinct method of handling relationships was widely recognized. He depended on his remaining senses to determine someone's uniqueness since he couldn't see. He once mentioned that he had an ability to detect when a woman was special in a way that wasn't just based on looks. As Stevie's fame grew, he attracted more attention from women, yet he believed he could identify the ones who were sincere, whom he referred to as satin dolls, women who were both beautiful on the inside and the outside. Stevie adored women who had a good sense of humor and were caring, although sometimes just a woman's looks could capture his interest. A woman remembered meeting Stevie at church, where his friends had complimented her appearance. Stevie went up to her and started a conversation, during which she discussed her beliefs and commitment. Stevie, who was always a romantic, assured her that he could give her all that God had guaranteed. Another woman recalled encountering him at church and noted that Stevie would remain after hours to make an impression on her. He instructed her in piano playing, even turning gospel tunes into romantic ballads. She observed his charisma and his discussions about starting a family and sharing a large home, illustrating a man greatly invested in the concept of love and family. Stevie frequently put careful consideration and strategy into his romantic approaches. Stevie's mother, Lula Mae Hardaway, disclosed that he would flirt before important occasions to make sure he made a lasting impact on people he met. As an example, Stevie demonstrated curiosity about Diana Ross, the legendary Motown vocalist, and requested a friend to detail the color of her dress. He then complimented Diana, but Stevie soon found out she was in a relationship with Motown boss Berry Gordy, putting an end to his advances. However, Stevie's love story took a new turn when he crossed paths with Sarita Wright, another talented artist signed with Motown. Their friendship evolved into a romantic relationship, with a mutual friend revealing that Stevie was enchanted by Sarita's charisma. Stevie claimed he could sense her attractiveness simply by feeling her clothes. Stevie and Sarita got married, but their relationship did not last. However, they continued to be good friends and worked together creatively following their divorce. In a magazine interview from 1973, Stevie suggested he was in a relationship, leading to speculation about his involvement with his secretary, Yolanda Simmons. He talked about the integrity he felt in individuals, highlighting the depth of his bond with Yolanda.
You know, I was just thinking to myself, that's not the way a guy from the Bronx talks. Come on.
In the year 1975, Yolanda welcomed their daughter, Aisha, into the world. The sound of Aisha playing in the bathtub touched Stevie so deeply that he wept, leading to the creation of his well-known song, Isn't She Lovely? Today, Aisha is following her father's example by performing alongside him on stage. Even though Stevie had a deep bond with Yolanda, his perspectives on love and relationships were intricate. In the album Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie reflected on the numerous women he had adored, as mentioned in the liner notes. One of Stevie's friends mentioned that he may have come to the realization that he can only give his true love to one person at a time. In his 1980 song, Lately, Stevie revealed his feelings of vulnerability by expressing his fears of losing his girlfriend to another man. In 1982, Stevie and Yolanda broke up, with rumors suggesting Stevie was unsure about committing to only one person. During the 1980s, Stevie continued to investigate different relationships and grow his family. He had one son named Mumtaz with Melody McCulley, another son, Kwame, with Cheryl, and had a daughter, Sophia, with an unknown woman. During these connections, Stevie was said to have feelings for Angela Moffett, whom he encountered in 1986. Stevie finally persuaded Angela to quit her job and relocate to Los Angeles, where she assumed the responsibility of caring for Stevie's health and wellness. Angela committed herself to developing a customized diet and workout routine to control Stevie's blood pressure and address other health issues. However, Stevie's love life changed in 1999 when he encountered Kai Millard, a self-employed art director at a New York nightclub. Although hesitant at first, Kai eventually started talking to Stevie, and they formed a strong bond as time went on. 6 months afterwards, they decided to get married, and in September 2001, Stevie and Kai got married. Nevertheless, Kai entering Stevie's life caused conflict with Angela. 1 month after Stevie and Kai's nuptials, Angela sued for $30 million, claiming Stevie gave her herpes a year ago. Stevie refuted the claims and filed a countersuit against Angela, alleging that she had stolen $160,000 in personal items. The dispute was finally resolved through mediation, with confidentiality maintained on the specifics. Stevie and Kai's bond thrived, leading to the birth of their son Kalen in 2001. In May 2005, their second son Mandla was born with a name suggested by Nelson Mandela himself. Nevertheless, Stevie's wish for a bigger family did not stop there. During a 2010 interview, he expressed his desire to have additional offspring. Shortly after, Stevie's personal life changed when he initiated divorce proceedings with Kai, his spouse of 11 years. In 2015, Stevie finalized their divorce, agreeing to share custody of their sons and paying $25,000 in monthly child support. During his divorce, Stevie rekindled his love life and found happiness with Tomika Robin Bracey. They randomly encountered each other and their bond grew stronger, culminating in a wedding at the lavish Hotel Bel Air in July 2017. Tomika welcomed 2 more children with Stevie, adding to his growing family. In December 2019, Stevie reached a significant health landmark by undergoing a successful kidney transplant. Following the surgery, Stevie expressed thanks, mentioning he felt refreshed and even made a playful comment about being 5 years younger than his daughter Aisha. Juggling his professional obligations and his role as a parent, Stevie dedicated himself to building stronger bonds with his kids. As Stevie got older, his commitment to his family strengthened, and he developed strong relationships with each of his 9 children. Stevie and his third spouse, Tomika, carried on constructing a life in Los Angeles, showcasing resilience and the power of human bonds in their love. In the highs and lows of his romantic connections, Stevie has learned valuable lessons about love and dedication, welcoming personal development and self-exploration in every stage of his experience. But what aspect of his relationship did he keep hidden from the public? Why did it take his wife so long to reveal this dark truth? Before we explore that, let's look at the beginning, as that is where it all started. Stevie's early life. Stevie Wonder, originally named Steveland Hardaway Judkins, was born in Saginaw, Michigan on May 13, 1950, as the third of 5 siblings, and arrived prematurely 6 weeks ahead of schedule. Because of complications arising from his premature birth, Stevie became blind shortly afterwards. At the age of 4, his family moved to Detroit, where he discovered a sense of belonging in music by becoming a member of the choir at Whitestone Baptist Church, and soon gaining recognition as a solo singer. Stevie's passion for music grew, and he quickly learned to play multiple instruments, such as the piano, harmonica, and drums on his own. As Stevie aged, he and his friend John became well known in Detroit for entertaining anyone willing to listen on street corners. The music of the young musician drew in onlookers, who were unable to resist pausing to appreciate the raw talent and exuberant energy. In 1961, at the age of 11, Stevie had the opportunity of a lifetime. He sang his song, Lonely Boy, for Ronnie White from The Miracles. Ronnie was amazed by Stevie's talent and set up a meeting for him and his mother with the Motown Records team. Berry Gordy, the CEO of Motown, wasted no time in signing Stevie after hearing his music. In respect to his family's heritage, Stevie changed his surname to Morris, and producer Clarence Paul devised a suitable stage moniker, Little Stevie Wonder. After releasing his first album, Stevie quickly enrolled at the Michigan School for the Blind in Lansing. There, he concentrated on honing his musical abilities and knowledge, establishing the base for an illustrious profession. Given his rise to fame at such a young age, how do you think it influenced him as he navigated the world of celebrity? What new traits did it bring out in him?
It is great being here, but I know that Stephen only said that because his name is the same as mine.
Stevie's breakthrough at Motown. Even with Stevie Wonder's hopeful beginning, Motown Records encountered a distinctive obstacle. He was still a young child. To protect his money, Motown established a unique agreement that saved his earnings until he reached the age of 21. In the meantime, Stevie and his mother were given a weekly allowance to assist with their financial obligations. Understanding the significance of education, Motown also made arrangements for a personal tutor to travel with Stevie during his tour. During a year of hard work, producer Clarence Paul, who was a trusted mentor, collaborated closely with Stevie to produce 2 albums. The first album honored Stevie's inspiration, Ray Charles, whereas the subsequent album was entirely instrumental. In spite of the attempt made, both albums failed to gain popularity, and Stevie's following singles also faced difficulties on the charts. When Stevie was 12 years old, he became a part of the Motortown Revue, a traveling ensemble that put on shows in theaters throughout the United States that were specifically welcoming to black performers. During one of their live performances, a recording was made that would lead to the creation of the song Fingertips, forever altering Stevie's life. With Stevie's endless energy and talent, this song became his first big success, climbing to the top of the charts at the age of just 13. All of a sudden, Little Stevie Wonder became famous everywhere, celebrated for his skill on the harmonica and amazing performance style. After Fingertips' success, Stevie released more singles, but none reached the same level of popularity as his first hit. As he aged, his voice started to transform, presenting difficulties along the way. There was talk at Motown about possibly ending his contract, as some were concerned that Stevie's popularity could diminish. Nonetheless, Sylvia Moy, who worked as a producer at Motown, had faith in Stevie's talent and future prospects. She was resolute in her decision to provide him with another opportunity, ultimately persuading Berry Gordy, the CEO of Motown, to retain Stevie on the team. Collaboratively, she and Stevie produced the hit song Uptight, Everything's Alright, propelling Stevie to new heights in his career. With this success, Stevie demonstrated that he was not just a temporary celebrity, but a creative individual capable of adjusting and succeeding. In the mid-1960s, Stevie experienced a rise in his career by releasing hit songs and developing his unique style as a songwriter. He not only produced hits for himself, but also started writing songs for other Motown artists. He gained a reputation for his talents in both singing and songwriting, gaining recognition for his unique mix of soul, pop, and intense emotional delivery. In 1968, Stevie released Ivet's Red Now, an album of instrumentals titled with his name spelled backwards. Despite the album's lack of commercial success, Stevie's musical accomplishments during this time were indisputable. He achieved success with multiple songs, such as I Was Made to Love Her, For Once in My Life, and Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours. These songs demonstrated Stevie's growth and changing sound, exposing a richness that would expand further throughout his career. Stevie's musical evolution. At the age of 20, Stevie Wonder was experiencing an incredible change in his life. He recently got married and worked together with his wife on an album titled Where I'm Coming From. This record signaled a fresh start for Stevie in his musical journey, showcasing his increasing fascination with electronic equipment and a dedication to delving into social topics. Even though Stevie Wonder's album was launched at a similar time as Marvin Gaye's successful What's Going On, it still gained attention for displaying Stevie's distinct style and viewpoint. Not long after, Stevie's ability to write songs captured the interest of the industry by composing a successful track for the Spinners. This achievement led to an improved deal with Motown. At the age of 21, Stevie agreed to a better contract that granted him increased control and creative liberties. Having this freedom, he put out Music of My Mind, an album that signaled a change in his creative direction. Famous for its smooth progression, the album explored topics like love, politics, and social justice, with Stevie handling the majority of the instrumentals. It was evident that Stevie was evolving from an R&B singer to a visionary artist with a significant message to convey. Talking Book, released in late 1972, took Stevie's career to a whole new level. The album included the successful track Superstition, which highlighted the unique sound of the Hohner clavinet keyboard and quickly became a timeless favorite. Another hit, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, was just as successful and reached number 1 on the charts. Stevie's tour with the Rolling Stones broadened his fan base and allowed him to distance himself from being seen solely as an R&B artist, exposing his music to rock enthusiasts and solidifying his position in mainstream music. Both successful songs helped earn him 3 Grammy Awards, showing his increasing impact. Stevie's artistic process advanced with the launch of Inner Visions in 1973, an album that cemented his status as a compelling storyteller. The album featured tracks such as Higher Ground and Living for the City, which reached the top of the R&B charts and explored topics of perseverance and city living. Songs like Golden Lady and All in Love is Fair brought a more gentle, sentimental aspect to the album. Inner Visions received 3 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, and was later listed in Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. Stevie had emerged as one of the most impactful musicians of the early 1970s. Nevertheless, tragedy occurred on August 6, 1973. Stevie was in a severe car crash that put him in a coma for 4 days. The crash caused him to lose some of his sense of smell and temporarily impacted his ability to taste. Despite doctors' recommendations to take it easy, Stevie's commitment to his music and social causes never faltered. In November of 1973, he participated in a charity concert for Shaw University, where he was a member of the board. His dedication to giving back was shown through his actions, which led to raising more than $10,000 for the school scholarship fund. In 1974, Stevie went on a European tour, playing shows in France, England, and Germany. Upon returning to the United States, he performed to a full audience at Madison Square Garden, highlighting his widespread appeal. That very year, he dropped Fulfillingness's first finale, featuring songs such as You Haven't Done Nothing and Boogie on Reggae Woman. Throughout this time, Stevie worked with iconic figures such as John Lennon and Paul McCartney, made an album for his spouse, Syreeta Wright, and even contributed harmonica to a song by Billy Preston. He further demonstrated his commitment to helping the visually impaired by hosting a charitable concert in Jamaica for those who are blind. By the year 1975, Stevie had achieved success and influence in the music industry by winning 2 back-to-back Grammy Awards. In 1976, he achieved new levels of creativity by unveiling Songs in the Key of Life, a bold, double album often seen as his greatest work. This intricate and impactful piece of music topped the charts for a long time, showcasing popular songs such as I Wish and Sir Duke. Stevie incorporated his personal life into his music by writing Isn't She Lovely to celebrate the birth of his daughter, Aisha. In that year as well, Stevie was among the first individuals to use a groundbreaking reading device meant to assist blind people, representing his continual efforts to conquer challenges throughout his life. After the huge success of Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie decided to take a break from putting out new music in the late 1970s. Instead of that, he concentrated on gathering a selection of his previous songs, pondering his past successes, and getting ready for the next stage of his career. At the end of the 1970s, Stevie Wonder had solidified his reputation as an innovative artist whose music connected with various styles and age groups. But how was Stevie able to create some of his most popular songs, and how did this contribute to his success?
I was trying to check one out the other day.
Yeah.
Working it open.
Stevie's impactful 1980s. In 1979, Stevie Wonder launched Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants, an album that veered away from his earlier music. This revolutionary album utilized early digital technology and introduced the pioneering computer music melodeon, one of the earliest music samplers to be released. Stevie's introduction to digital recording through this sampler marked the beginning of a new style that would shape his music for years to come. He toured with a full orchestra to promote the album, also introducing the innovative Fairlight CMI sampler during live performances. This combination of digital technology and live orchestration showcased Stevie's innovative approach to music. Throughout this time, Stevie was also involved in creating music for other performers. He composed and produced Let's Get Serious, for Jermaine Jackson, a track that topped the R&B charts in 1980. In that very year, Stevie launched his record, Hotter Than July, which was a hit with fans and went platinum. This album was notable for both its music and Stevie's commitment to social causes. One of the songs on the album, Happy Birthday, was included in his effort to establish Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday as a nationally recognized holiday. His deep commitment to the cause touched many hearts, and Happy Birthday became a unifying song for the movement. Other successful singles on the album included Master Blaster, Jammin', I Ain't Gonna Stand For It, and Lately. In 1982, Stevie Wonder released Stevie Wonder's original Musicarium I, which featured old hits from the 1970s along with 4 new songs. Included in the new songs were Do I Do, a lively funk song with the iconic Dizzy Gillespie, and That Girl, a successful R&B chart topper. Frontline, a song about a Vietnam War veteran's experiences, demonstrated Stevie's dedication to tackling intricate subjects in his music, whereas Ribbon in the Sky became a timeless romantic love ballad. At the same time, Stevie collaborated with Paul McCartney to produce Ebony and Ivory, a successful duet that advocated for racial unity and harmony. Stevie's enthusiasm for technology motivated him to work with Raymond Kurzweil, a creator who was creating innovative synthesizer technology. Collaboratively, they developed the Kurzweil K250, a keyboard praised for its realistic tones and eventually established itself as an essential tool in music creation. Stevie's adoption of technology continued to impact the industry, demonstrating his progressive mindset towards music production. In 1983, Stevie wrote the song Stay Gold for the movie The Outsiders. He had also intended to launch a record called People Work, Human Play. However, it never came to fruition. Instead of that, he redirected his attention to creating the music for the movie The Woman in Red, released in 1984. This soundtrack featured the song I Just Called to Say I Love You, which quickly became one of Stevie's biggest hits. The song was hugely successful, reaching the top of global charts, winning Stevie an Academy Award for Best Original Song, and being prohibited in South Africa because of Stevie's strong stand against apartheid. In 1985, Stevie was recognized by the United Nations Special Committee Against Apartheid for his activism, which acknowledged his impact in advocating for social justice through his music. In that year, he also appeared as a guest on The Cosby Show, increasing his popularity with viewers around the globe. In 1986, Stevie Wonder released In Square Circle, featuring the hit single Part-Time Lover. Additional tracks like Go Home and Overjoyed showcase his versatility, with Overjoyed initially intended for Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. Wonder performed a stirring rendition of Overjoyed on Saturday Night Live. He also collaborated with Chaka Khan on her version of Prince's I Feel For You, adding his signature harmonica sound. During this period, Stevie supported other artists and humanitarian causes, joining We Are the World to aid African famine relief alongside Bruce Springsteen and Michael Jackson. He contributed to the AIDS charity single That's What Friends Are For, and played harmonica on John Denver's Dreamland Express and Barbra Streisand Can't Help Lovin' That Man from the Broadway album. In 1987, Wonder worked with Michael Jackson on the Bad album, recording Just Good Friends, and released his album, Characters, featuring hits like Skeletons and You Will Know. But this is just a glimpse of Stevie's work. He was truly born for greatness. How far did he go? And what steps did he take to achieve his success? Keep watching to find out more. Involvement in the Olympics and jungle fever. During the early 1990s, Stevie Wonder persisted in making music, although he put out new material less frequently. In 1991, he produced the soundtrack for Spike Lee's movie Jungle Fever, featuring notable songs and videos such as Gotta Have You, Fun Day, These Three Words, and Jungle Fever. The track Feeding Off the Love of the Land played in the closing credits, but was not included in the official soundtrack. Afterwards, a version of this song with piano and vocals was featured on the album Nobody's Child, Romanian Angel Appeal, highlighting Wonder's emotional depth. Wonder's venture into the 1990s resulted in even more thrilling debuts. He released the album Conversation Piece, and then Natural Wonder, a live album that captured the essence of his live shows. In 1992, he journeyed to Ghana to participate in Panafest, a global music festival that celebrates Pan-African culture. This journey deeply inspired Wonder. He expressed in a 1995 interview how connected he felt to Ghana, mentioning his hope of one day permanently relocating there. His love for Ghana and its people inspired a significant amount of the music in Conversation Piece, bringing an international aspect to his artistic expression. Apart from making his music, Wonder also contributed actively to other artists' projects during the decade. In the year 1994, he contributed harmonica skills to the track Deuce by Lenny Kravitz for the tribute album Kiss My Ass. Classic Kiss regrooved. During the subsequent years, Wonder was involved in significant cultural events. In 1996, he entertained global audiences by performing at the Summer Olympics closing ceremony. The following year, he teamed up with Babyface for How Come, How Long, an impactful song addressing domestic violence that garnered a Grammy nomination for its touching message. Wonder's excellence in playing the harmonica continued to impress in surprising locations. In 1999, he added harmonica to Sting's song Brand New Day, providing the track with a distinctive, emotive feel. At the beginning of that year, he showcased his renowned skill on the Super Bowl XXXIII's halftime show stage, thrilling the audience with his live performance. His influence on music, activism, and culture was gaining more acknowledgement. In May 1999, Rutgers University bestowed upon him an honorary doctorate in fine arts, a suitable acknowledgement of his artistic accomplishments and contributions. By the end of the decade, Wonder shocked fans by revealing his fascination with experimental medical technology.
The melody and music to most of my songs, and the lyrics are written by Sarita Wright.
In December 1999, he revealed his intention to investigate an intraocular retinal prosthesis, a device designed to partially restore vision. His drive to learn and improve persisted as he kept shaping the music industry, showcasing his curiosity and optimism. Stevie's modern collaborations. As Stevie Wonder progressed in his impressive music career into the new millennium, he stayed influential by creating new music and delivering unforgettable performances. In the year 2000, he contributed two powerful tracks, Misrepresented People and Some Years Ago, to Spike Lee's movie Bamboozled, which delved into issues of social and racial identity. Even though Wonder's production decreased slightly, his impact stayed powerful as he intermittently gave live performances and participated in collaborations to expand his musical influence. In 2005, Wonder finally released A Time to Love, his first complete album in a decade, which fans had eagerly anticipated. Despite receiving mixed reviews, with some critics feeling it stuck too closely to his traditional sound, the album resonated well with listeners, especially through the singles So What the Fuss and From the Bottom of My Heart, which gained popularity on adult contemporary R&B radio stations. The title track included a standout duet with India Arie, demonstrating Wonder's ongoing talent for combining voices with emotional impact. To re-establish a connection with fans and promote A Time to Love, Wonder started his first U.S. tour in over 10 years. Beginning in San Diego, the 2007 tour made appearances throughout North America, showcasing his distinctive stage presence to fans. In the upcoming year, he began the Wonder Summer's Night Tour, his first European tour in more than a decade, featuring 8 performances in the UK, with 4 being captured and distributed as a live concert DVD and Blu-ray called Live at Last. During the 2010, Stevie Wonder performed all around the world, including Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, and headlined major festivals. He mesmerized crowds at Bonnaroo in Tennessee, Hard Rock Calling in London, Glastonbury Festival, and the North Sea Jazz Festival. The musical partnerships Wonder engaged in remained diverse and emotionally genuine. He showcased his ability to harmonize with others in both sound and message by collaborating on the song Never Give Up with CJ, Hilton, and Raphael Sadiq. He also honored legendary artists like Michael Jackson, Etta James, and Whitney Houston by singing touching songs at their funerals to pay tribute to their legacy. His willingness to work with others continued to be an essential aspect of his career, which led him to collaborate with Celine Dion on her album Loved Me Back to Life, where he provided vocals for a heartfelt rendition of his track Overjoyed. In 2015, he made an appearance on Mark Ronson's Uptown Special album, contributing his distinctive style to a contemporary sound. In 2018, he collaborated with Travis Scott on the song Stop Trying to Be God from Scott's album Astroworld, showcasing his continued importance in today's music industry. In October 2020, Stevie Wonder took a major step in his career by introducing his label, So What the Fuss Records, signaling a new chapter in his artistic autonomy. To mark the occasion, he dropped 2 new singles that showcase his dedication to social causes. Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate conveyed a message of urgency through socially conscious funk, while Where Is Our Love Song donated proceeds to Feeding America, demonstrating the artist's commitment to using his platform for positive impact. Wonder's impact and lasting significance became even more evident in 2021 through his appearance in the acclaimed film Summer of Soul, directed by Questlove. The movie explored the Harlem Cultural Festival of 1969 again, showing old footage of a young Stevie Wonder performing with limitless energy and musical talent that was already shaping his career. What legacy did Stevie Wonder leave behind? And how is he viewed by the world today? Stevie's enduring influence. Stevie Wonder is celebrated as one of the most iconic figures in popular music during the latter half of the 20th century. His extraordinary talent for songwriting and music creation has influenced generations, solidifying his status as one of history's most accomplished musicians. In his prime, Wonder revolutionized R&B by integrating synthesizers and electronic instruments in the 1970s, pushing the genre's boundaries and transforming it into cohesive musical journeys, rather than mere collections of singles. Widely regarded as his classic era, the period from 1972 to 1976 represents a golden age in music history. During this time, Wonder's unique keyboard techniques, production mastery, and ability to create conceptual albums set him apart. While some argue that this era began with his 1971 album, Where I'm Coming From, most agree that Music of My Mind, 1972, marked the start of his classic work, showcasing his complete control over production. With the release of Talking Book later that year, he established a lasting impact on pop, R&B, funk, and soul.
Actually, it's still very exciting. I just had the pleasure of going to Australia, and it was definitely together.
Wonder's albums achieved critical acclaim and commercial success, with groundbreaking works like Inner Visions, Fulfilling This First Finale, and Songs in the Key of Life. These albums address profound subjects, including social issues like racism and injustice, earning him consecutive Album of the Year awards, making him the only artist to achieve this feat 3 times. Throughout his career, Wonder has produced over 30 top 10 hits, sold more than 100 million records globally, and won 25 Grammy Awards, the most for a solo artist. His music appears on numerous best-of lists, with 4 of his albums featured in Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. In addition to his musical achievements, Wonder has been a committed advocate for social change, notably working to establish Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday as a federal holiday in 1983. His impact on music and culture is profound and continues to inspire future generations. What do you think of the revelations about Stevie Wonder? Let us know in the comments. If you want more interesting revelations, be sure to like, subscribe, and watch the next video shown on your screen. See you there.